Hey guys, Slasher Movies 410 back again with another video, and for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the supposedly leaked Halloween Ends story treatment, and I'm going to be going into great detail about it because I know that everyone is very curious and cautious about where David Gordon Green is going to be taking this story next. And considering it is the end of a trilogy, this movie is definitely drawing a lot of attention to a lot of people, especially myself. So again, I'm very curious to talk about it, and I can't wait to see what you guys think. So in the comment section below, when this video is done, just let me know what you guys think of this story treatment overall. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be reading the synopsis that was released of this movie. And so I'll just start right now. So 4 years after the events of last year's Halloween Kills, Laurie is living with her granddaughter Allison and is finishing writing her memoir. Michael Myers hasn't been seen since. Laurie, after allowing the specter of Michael to determine and drive her reality for decades, has decided to liberate herself from fear and rage and embrace life. But when a young man, Corey Cunningham, is accused of killing a boy he was babysitting, it ignites a cascade of violence and terror that will force Laurie to finally confront the evil she can't control once and for all. Now, even though the synopsis does sound a little bit interesting, I do have a huge problem with it. And my main problem is that I don't buy for a second that Laurie and Allison would just move on from everything regarding Michael Myers after all that's happened. Laurie has been waiting 40 years for Myers to break out from Smiths Grove Sanitarium. And, she spent a good portion of her life waiting for him and preparing her family for the danger of what's to come. So the fact that she's able to get over it at this point after 4 years, it's just ridiculous to me. And, especially since a shit ton of people from Haddonfield were killed in Halloween Kills. And, to add on to that, Myers also killed Laurie's daughter Karen, her son-in-law Ray, Tommy Doyle, Marion Chambers, several people that she knew very well. And Myers also stabbed Laurie in the abdomen, and she was sent to the hospital because of it. And, if this doesn't scream trauma, I don't know what will. So, again, the whole concept of Laurie putting the past behind her is absurd, in my opinion. And also, for those who don't know, there was a recent leak regarding the movie which reported that Michael dies in the first 15 minutes of it. And according to the leak, the opening sequence is apparently still set in Halloween of 2018, where shortly after murdering Karen, Michael is chased down and eventually killed at the top of a radio tower, where his death is then live broadcasted to the entire town of Haddonfield. And then the rest of the film then focuses on the characters overcoming the trauma of that night, alongside the reemergence of Michael's evil in another person. And you guys might think to yourselves, this sounds like bullshit. You could be right, or you could be wrong. I don't know. In my personal opinion, I think there may be some truth to this if we break down the facts. So, David Gordon Green said in the audio commentary of Halloween Kills that the radio tower was added in through editing after the footage had been shot, once they were finally confident where Halloween Ends was going. And in my opinion, for him to go that far to digitally add the radio tower means it must be a major set piece. And, that specific location might be like the ending battle, in my opinion. Because, again, why would he add that for no reason, as like a background piece? Come on, I doubt that. It has to be a major set piece. And also the set photos we've seen of Laurie indicate that she's in a better place in her life with her new styled haircut and her new clothing and everything like that. And, this does make sense if Michael had been killed 4 years prior. Her daughter has already been avenged and Laurie's had time to process things and simply move on. But again, in my personal opinion, I think if Laurie was able to move on, she would have had to witness Myers dying on top of the radio tower or something like that, or watch the Haddonfield police officers kill him or something like that. But again, some can argue that in Halloween 1, Laurie also witnessed Myers dying when he got shot 6 times by Dr. Loomis and then fell off the balcony. So again, so far this premise or this story pitch, that the leaked story pitch, just it seems very convoluted and confusing. But again, I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say about it. There's also supposedly a member of the cast named Young Johnny, who is a member of Glass Hill Sanitarium. Now, I know very little about this character, so I can't really go too in depth, but apparently this is who Karen saw in the window of Halloween Kills. So, yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to play out, but I'm going to be talking a little bit about it in a second. But another leak described Halloween Ends as focusing less on Michael Myers and more on the boogeyman, which I think gives further evidence that Michael may actually die at the start. Then this other young child, young Johnny, becomes the new boogeyman. And to add further weight to this, when David Gordon Green first showed Jamie Lee Curtis the script, Jamie Lee Curtis said something along the lines of, "I hope this isn't too Christine." And for those of you that don't know what Christine is, what's wrong with you? Go watch it. It's a movie directed by John Carpenter, and it's about a possessed car which causes other people to grow insane and infatuated with it. And if young Johnny is being possessed and driven insane like Michael is by the boogeyman, this could be taking a little bit of inspiration from this, And again, I don't love the idea of Michael's evil manifesting in someone else. They tried that crap out in Halloween 4 and 5, and then they immediately dropped it, Well, I wouldn't say they immediately dropped it because they did kind of explain it in Halloween 6, but Halloween 6 was a shit show. So, again, let's see how it plays out. And we've also heard numerous times how this movie is going to be widely different from the other two, which makes sense now after these leaks, especially since Jamie Lee Curtis said it's going to make some people angry. And, by killing Michael in the beginning of the film and having an entire movie without him will infuriate a large portion of the fan base, So, again, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm very worried, but I'm going to go into this movie I wouldn't say with high hopes or high expectations. I just hope it's a good Halloween movie. That's all I want. That's pretty much everything. But honestly, what I want from this movie, I just want a good wrap up, and I want some legit suspense and scares. Some stuff that just makes us feel claustrophobic and haunted and all that stuff. And, third films in the trilogy never please everybody, and I'm sure that still rings true here. But again, I just want some good suspenseful horror. I don't want any cheesy lines or anything. We're probably going to get that because, in both Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills, we saw a lot of that. So again, and I don't want anything too out there in terms of story. But yeah, guys, those are the supposed leaks. I just really wanted to talk about it because, it's really interesting because it doesn't seem like they really have this planned out. Hopefully they do. Hopefully I'm wrong. At the end of the day, hopefully I could eat my words and see what they're going to do. Let me know what you guys think about the supposed leaks and what you guys think they're going to actually do in Halloween Ends. Definitely going to reply to all your comments, because this is a topic that has definitely piqued my interest. So guys, that pretty much wraps up today's video. Really hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to hit that notification bell, and I will see you later with some more videos.